But I will say that I took the opportunity to go back to school and earn a bachelor's degree in business management. So I understand budgets. I understand how to read a budget. And I understand how to put plans and processes in place to make our city a better place to live, work, and play. I also have obtained my master's degree in public administration, so I know about policy. I am a small business owner that I built from the ground up, which is successful today. So again, I understand about contracts, I understand about vendor participation and the importance of having people at the table, making decisions that are productive, that will affect your business in the positive aspect. So that is my reasons for wanting to run in this race, and I do ask for your support. I also, one other thing I forgot to mention, my community involvement also includes being a board member of Found Care. I represent the uninsured and the underinsured in Palm Beach County. So I genuinely care about the people in my community and making sure that they are represented and that they have the services that they need.
Thank you. Mr. Davis?
First of all, I want to say good evening to everyone. How y'all doing tonight? Good evening. All right. My name is Terrence T. Davis, and I'm a young man that's born and raised in Riviera Beach, Florida. I was raised by a gentleman by the name of Cedric Davis and Pamela Davis. I later matriculated to a school called Florida A&M University. And at that great school, I got my degree in health education and community psychology. Once I arrived in Riviera Beach, Florida, I wanted to be one of few young black men that came home and got involved in their community right away. Young black men like Rodney Roberts, Cedric Thomas, State Representative Bobby Powell, Terrence Davis, all those young men that said, hey, right away, how do I get started? I started to that organization in that house of the Lord of St. James Missionary Baptist Church with my great leaders, Tony Dr. Drake. And what we started was a program called Young Men of Distinction Leadership Academy, where we can mentor young men, teach them something, show them how to pull their pants up, train them, educate them, and love them, show them how to become the next leaders in our community. I'm also the advocacy chairperson with the American Cancer Society here in Palm Beach County. I'm also active in Order My Steps H outreach, where we walk the streets of Riviera Beach, West Palm Beach, and talk and educate our people on the code of silence. People dying from HIV, but we quiet about it. Let's educate our youth. They're having sex. Let's teach them how to have responsible sexual behaviors by advocating no sex, but if you're going to have sex, be responsible about it. When I chose to get involved in this race, it was all about my heart. It was all about the young people. It was about my grandparents. What affects them affects me. And as your next city council person, District 5 at large seat, I truly will be your servant and your ear to the ground and your voice on that seat. Thank you.
First question will be directed to Ms. Jackson. Ms. Jackson, if you're elected to the City Commission of Riviera Beach, what is your 5-year vision for growing the city?
My 5-year vision is to change the image of the city by implementing programs that would market our city in a positive light, and also to increase revenue in our city and to increase business participation. But first, let me go back to changing the image in our city. Currently, we have an image that's not so positive, and I think mobilizing the community and getting them involved in the process is going to be critical to changing that image. Having people singing the same song and having what is being done in our community, all of the positive aspects. We have a lot of positive things going on in our community, and a lot of times those things are not communicated with the residents. And when I say a lot of positive things, I'm talking about organizations, a lot of community outreach that taps into youth programs. We have a lot of duplication of services. So even how we can bring those services together to become one voice for the people, and to begin to build relationships with the news media, with print media, where we're sitting down at the table and we're talking about all of the good things our city is doing. We recently seen a very positive article on the marina development. Well, that came into place because we had people from the city that when it sat down and met with the editorial board and they began discussing how we could communicate better and how we could build that gap of communication and how we could move our city forward, and they laid out the plan. So I think so often people don't know what we're doing in the city. They don't recognize the overall plan. They don't know the vision of the city. And that's one of the things that I want to make sure is that our vision, it resonates throughout the community, and not only are the workers involved in the vision, but also the community is involved in the vision, and they take ownership for the vision. And I believe as people take ownership, then they're more involved in the process. Also, I believe in, I think we should use what we have to increase revenue sources. We have Channel 18, where it is a city channel. We can use Channel 18 to advertise local businesses, and that could potentially bring money to our city. We also have the opportunity to advertise with our newsletter. I see our newsletter go out, and we see a lot of information about what the council is doing, but also to use that newsletter as a channel for advertising our services, advertising our businesses in the community. And I also think that another way we can save money in our city is to perhaps get involved with new technology, paperless system, a paperless water bill system. I think we're a little behind in that regard. And one last thing is to bring businesses to the table. I see a plan which is very important as far as bringing businesses to the table and having them to be a part of the process. What I would like to create is a business committee that would be a driving force in our city to help bring about change. These are the businesses that increase our tax revenue, they help to build our image, and I think it's very important that they sit to the table and help create a solution as to what can we tackle in our city. Someone talked about the capital, bringing capital in our city, and I think the city is in a position to use what they have. We have a lot of money in this city. I know that we can have relationships where we bring financial institutions to the table and we talk about our businesses, and we have the businesses sitting at the table, and the businesses act as a welcoming committee in our community, that not only are they helping to shape our community, but they also are welcoming new businesses in our community, and they're going out and marketing in the city as well. So that's a part of my 5-year plan, and I definitely want to see our marina development move forward. I think that is critical, as we have a 18% poverty rate in the city of Riviera Beach. The marina plan will help to reduce that by creating over 2,000 permanent jobs and 1,000 temporary jobs. So that's one issue that I definitely want to be involved in, is making sure that our marina continues to move forward, creating business opportunities, bringing small businesses to the table, and inside of those small businesses creating a plan to help foster mentoring opportunity and provide apprenticeship for our youth.
Thank you. Mr. Davis, the same question. What is your 5-year plan for the city of Riviera Beach?
First of all, the first plan is to get elected. That's the first plan. You know, as you know now, yeah, based on being elected, the first thing I want to make sure I do is make sure that I'm transparent. Making sure that I do the simple things as an elected official, like being out in the community. The same way I am now, I'm trying to reach the people, but letting them know that you can make more proactive decisions versus reacting to what's going on. If you know that the water bills may be getting ready to go up, how do you change the way that you live to be able to stay efficient with the lifestyle with your families? When you think about the image of the city, how do you control image? One way, jobs, creating jobs for the people. When people are employed in their own city, their own backyard, they take more of it and invest it on pride and interest and love in their community. That usually reduces crime rates, keeps your streets clean, keeps your people moving together on one accord. 3, making sure our churches do their job. As an elected official, I would try to bring our ministers together, because on record, we have 49 churches in Riviera Beach. And 49 people, we are so divided doing different things. But we need to find a way to come together, because your church, your home, And your education system is the foundation of your city and our community. Finding ways to create opportunities for small black businesses and opportunities. You think about Black Village Voices, this organization that's growing right now. We need to find a way to get Black Village Voices moving forward in Riviera Beach. Because no one's going to do it but us. We can't wait. Big business is a big business, but small business starts from within home. And as a community, simple things that it takes to survive and grow stronger and build the image that we need and work with our new mayor. Thank you.
This next question will be directed to you first. Jobs, you mentioned jobs are very important. Bringing jobs into Riviera Beach will help kind of raise the overall feeling of positivity in the city. What type of jobs, as far as industrial, tourists, what type of jobs would you anticipate bringing to the city if you're elected to?
First time, I'm going to tap into the natural resources that we have. We have this great engine called Port of Palm Beach, okay? That's the #1 thing that drives Palm Beach County. We have to find a way to get our young people, our unions, opportunities in that port. That is our engine maker. We don't have to create jobs. We have to go over there and find out, since you've been in our city for all these years, how do we partner up with Riviera Beach and the port to make this happen? One of the biggest issues we talk about now with the port and the city's been talking about it is the parking garage. That parking garage is going to bring a lot of work to the city. Those are the things, the simple things that we need to do with the jobs. Find those that we have in the city, bridge those relationships, and hold our elected officials accountable. That's the only way you're going to have this. Now, I think about now, I came to West Palm Beach for a forum in the city of Riviera Beach. That means a lot, because that tells me that someone in West Palm Beach care about what happens to my resident Riviera Beach. Those are the same things that we got to do to create jobs in our city. Thank you.
Okay. Ms. Jackson, the same question to you. What type of jobs, as far as area, recreational, tourist, industrial, what type of jobs would you like to bring into the city if you're elected to the council?
Well, I think we have enough sweeping the floors and flipping burgers and that type of thing. I want to see for my son engineering jobs, technology, and electrical jobs, plumbing jobs. We have an opportunity in the city of Riviera Beach, especially with the marina development, and and I keep saying the marina development because there are so many possibilities within the operation of that development. I want to see companies, even with our small businesses, that get involved in the process, construction jobs, consulting jobs. We have young people that can be trained to do those jobs. We realize that not everybody is going to go to college, but I do want to see that these businesses take young people, train them for jobs that they can be trained in, those jobs that's plumbing jobs, electrical jobs, the jobs that require them to go away to college. We may want to get businesses involved where they may sponsor some of our children to be able to go to college, to get those degrees as engineers, and then to come back to the city of Riviera Beach and work as engineers. They are manufacturing big boats. We're talking about big manufacturers coming into our company. We have a lot of businesses in our company now. Bearing signs. They need people machinists that know how to operate those machines in those businesses. I want to see our young people become machinists. And I think the opportunity is there to create those jobs.
Thank you. I want us to open this up to the floor if there are any questions from anyone on the floor right now to these two candidates.
No question.
Yes,
Hi. We were just having a little conversation about